YouTube. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? Very well indeed. You know how I know that you're doing well? Because you're chilling. You're alive. You're able to watch this video. You kick back. So I know you're doing well. In spite of whatever challenges or obstacles that may be presenting itself in your life at this time, at this particular moment, guess what? You're okay. And this particular moment is all we have. Past is gone. Future is something we can just imagine. It doesn't exist yet. May not exist. No man is promised tomorrow. So, welcome to treelifeoutreach.com. That's the name of my website. I start by encouraging all you guys to visit that. It's my contact. My contact information is up there for the just in case. You know, it doesn't take much to get your videos to be banned from YouTube. That doesn't take much at all. And as you guys already know, my topics are unlimited. You're dealing with a YouTuber who's takes the approach in life and on YouTube that no topic is off limits. Granted, you have to modify your messages and you can't put some things out for children. That's fair, that's respectable, and should be honored. But having said that, no topic is off limits, so you guys know you might get something about global warming, and the next thing you might get something about racism. You might get something next about acid rain. You might get something about the DNA of the prehistoric dinosaurs. You just never know with this guy, because this guy is in the quest to behold all that may become a man. So if it's information, I want it. I do certainly thrive to keep my information, first of all, high quality, and second of all, relevant. Basically, those two are one with me. As you guys already know, you clicked on it, so you're actually watching me. The name of my YouTube channel is Mount Fitness MBS. But it's a branch. It's the physical fitness training arm of my actual ministry, which is a holistic ministry. And the umbrella for the ministry is treelifeoutreach.com. So you guys are watching me on the treelifeoutreach.com. That's the umbrella. And you guys click in on the YouTube, which is named Mount Fitness MBS. I named it, it's after my brother, God rest his soul. And the MBS stands for mind, body, and spirit. If you go to the treelifeoutreach.com, definitely read the disclosure, get some information about the services that I provide, which include philosophical consultations, the brand or the style, whichever you prefer, philosophical consultations that I provide is based on experiential philosophy, not academia. It's not scholarly. It's based on experience. Excuse me. If you guys hear something back there, I have a new pup, and that's him over there squealing. So yeah, it's based on, and I may have to ask him to be quiet for a moment. But that's the noise that you guys may hear. But yeah, the philosophy that I provide is experiential, and I also provide youth mentoring, motivational and inspirational speaking. There is a difference. They're closely related, but there is a difference. And then I also provide, of course, ISSA certified fitness trainer. For those of you who are not familiar with ISSA, it's the International Sports Science Association. So that's the gist of the services that I provide. And I encourage you guys to go there, make note of my bio, get more information about me, where I come from, to give you guys a bit more understanding of how I've arrived at the viewpoints of life that I have, my path that I've trodden, why I'm so confident with giving you guys the information. And it's also a beautiful, beautiful story to honor him who has sent me. So I always start with that. and I encourage you guys to check it out. The title of this video and the title of this subject is going to be fitness training intro. I'll touch on nutrition a little bit. And the first thing you guys will learn about me, just kind of in line with the fact that no topic is taboo, is the fact that everything that I do typically is outside of the box. Outside of the box, not in the quest to be different, not in the quest to be, special or anything like that. It's just that I've come to realize over these years that most of the information, the real nuggets on how things work, the real gems of whether you're talking about the astral alignments, the planetary yuga cycles, pardon me, whatever it is you may be talking about, the true knowledge of it all typically is not in a book. And you guys hear me regurgitate this point over and over again because it's important that people really, really grasp that. They really need to grasp that because oftentimes, we think if it's in a book or this scientist said it or that philosopher said it, it's in a book, it's right. And oftentimes the real secrets to this stuff, no matter what you're talking about, is not in a book. That's why it's called secrets. It never will be in a book. It's passed on from generation to generation from those who happen to be inside the know, and the student and the teacher both agree that, hey, this is some esoteric knowledge that I'm about to give to you. It's not for everyone. Not everyone's going to be able to comprehend it. The few that are able to comprehend it are those that are able to comprehend it. Some are probably going to disagree, and then some are going to embrace it and to use it for, I'll say, less than positive means. So we just don't go around putting the secrets of this information out. Again, whether you're talking about how the real mechanics of how the universe works, or you're talking about physical fitness training, nutrition. Hey, no, I don't just pass that out to any and everybody. It's sacred knowledge. I've been fortunate to have it passed on to me, and I'm very selective about who I pass it on to. So what I do commit to nonetheless is providing you guys with high quality information, relative information, and the information that I provide you today or in any other instance is going to be something that you'll be able to benefit from. And with regards to fitness training, same concept. Hey, look, this is my secret. This is the nutritional trick and tool that I use. Some of them I will divulge, but the ones that are tip top, that are the creme de la creme, you might say, I reserve those for those that are in that inner circle, in which also includes my paying clients. And don't feel bad about that, because again, I'm not going to shortcut you. I'm not going to withhold any information from you that would be pertinent to you achieving your fitness goal and your diet, weight loss goals and whatnot. It's just that, to give you an analogy, if you go out and you buy you a high quality suit, you look great, you're fabulous, you're satisfied. The other guy went out and got him a high quality suit. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different of a high quality, perhaps even a higher quality because he got a tailor-made suit. So this is the same thing I apply when it comes to my client. The ones that come in, they purchase just the fitness training sessions. Obviously, I provide them with continued technical support and some result-oriented training. And when it comes to nutrition, I also include, as you know, nutrition is at the foundation of fitness. So I provide them with high quality, some outside of the box information that gives them an advantage and an edge on the other people, and helps them to expedite the achievement of their goals. But they do not benefit from the client who came in. They don't benefit so much when compared to the client who came in, purchased sessions, and then also purchased a personalized meal plan. So that's entirely different. So I'm sure you guys grasp the point that I'm making here, and you can be encouraged that if I give you some information, there'll be some nuggets in there. It'll be beneficial to you. It'll help you whether you're a seasoned veteran or whether you're just starting out on your journey to fitness, or perhaps you were there, got away from a while, and now you're back. Any scenario that you could think of, I like to think that I have the knowledge and the expertise to provide you with some result-oriented information, as well as nutrition, personalized meal plans, workouts that I design over the internet. You have it. Again, my contact information is up there if you guys are interested. If you go to treelifeoutreach.com and you or someone you know may be interested in those services, you can send me an email. Send the email, please, to realdeal, MUNOZ, @gmail.com. And I'll respond that way. My phone number is also up there. You could send me a text. You could even call, although I do prefer emails and text, at least initially. So kind of setting the table, which I do quite often, which is why my videos are typically probably about 30, 35 minutes, and very, very seldom are they 15 minutes, because it takes a bit to get my intro out. And the intro is, I wouldn't be here without the intro. That's my Heavenly Father. So I'm going to glorify Him. I'm going to magnify Him every opportunity I get. I'm going to, hey, listen, go to the website, listen to this story, be inspired by it. My bio is not for everyone, and that's totally fine. Some people are, in fact, turned off by it, and I'm okay with that. I'm mature enough, I'm learned enough to realize that it's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. No harm, no foul. But for those who want to be inspired and maybe take a viewpoint that, wow, that's an incredible thing, that had to be the one true and living God at work, and continues to be the one true and living God at work. If He did it for me, He'll do it for you, as He has no respect of person. So these tools are available to anyone who wants to believe them and refuses to give up, and they have faith in a power that exceeds the power and ability that they have as a mere mortal. So easing into this video, as I previously mentioned, a lot of the things that I do, just in general, I've always been that way. It's been kind of outside the box. I like to research things. I always have. I like to research, well, if everybody's doing this, why? Has anybody ever thought about doing it that way? Why not? You name it. So it's the same thing that applies to my physical fitness training and my nutrition. So I'm not going to get real in-depth on that. If you guys want some information about we'll say my more broadened approach to physical fitness, go to treelifeoutreach.com, read the bio, become familiar with the services, and at the end of that bio, there's a link where you can click that will take you to my fitness arm of the ministry, because it's a holistic ministry. I'm here to provide nourishment to the mind, body, and spirit, and to promote a lifestyle that is centered around those things being properly balanced and synthesized. So you might come on here one day, I got something where I'm talking about something for your mind, meditation, spending time outside in nature, and recovering and recuperating and things of that nature. And then you might click on here where I'm talking about physical fitness, and then I may be putting forth some of my views that are based on my experiential philosophies. So just when it comes to fitness in general, I just want to encourage everybody to just stay active, first of all. Just stay active. We all got to remember that human beings were staying in incredible shape before society, what we call modernized, and then they came up with dumbbells and pull downs and bench presses and all of this. The human being, the body itself was simply designed to be in motion. So that's ultimately one of the biggest pieces outside of nutrition, of course. So I don't want anybody to feel pressured like, wow, they don't have a gym membership for whatever reason. They don't have the time necessarily to go to the gym. Whatever their reason may be, you can still get an extraordinarily condition. You can get in an extraordinary condition, fit, lean, strong, powerful. Increase your flexibility, increase your endurance, your cardiovascular strengthening. All of this can be achieved. You don't need a gym. You don't need a treadmill. Obviously, if you have those things, there's benefits because you can't do some of the exercises that the machine does. You can't do them just outside in your day-to-day living. But I do design routines for people, and they do get results, and they don't have a gym membership at all. Sometimes it's just a kettlebell or two, sometimes just some mats and balls, you name it, but you don't have to have a gym membership. So what I want to do is just encourage you guys to, one, remember that, because oftentimes people, when they don't have a gym membership or they have a gym membership and they can't get to the gym because of their schedule or whatnot, well, then they just don't do anything. And again, that you don't need to get to the gym, because we as human beings, we're designed to be in motion, and the simple act of just being in motion will do wonders for you if you're in motion consistently and constantly to the best of your schedule, and you're not just going home and going to bed, eating, and maybe go to Walmart and then go to work and repeat the cycle. No, you got to be active. So if you're interested in something like that, I could do something like that for you. Give me a call, contact me with a text or whatnot. But be encouraged to know that if you don't have a gym membership, you still can do something. Example, you can always park a little bit further back when you go to the Walmart store. You can always take the steps instead of the escalator. You can always, if you only got 5, you got the amount of items that you can carry through the store, even though it may be a little awkward, carry them as opposed to getting a cart. Deliberately sit your remote if you're watching TV, and you deliberately sit it on the other side of the room so that every time you want to change, you got to get up and sit down. Put your shoes on one at a time. Bend down and put on the left one, tie it up, stand up, bend down, go for the right one. Just being active, any kind of way that you can imagine. Do a dance, clap your hands. It really doesn't matter. But just being active is the key, and do not fall into the trap that if you don't have a membership, you didn't get to the gym, well, you just can't work out. You just can't do anything. That is a fallacy, and that can be the number one thing that causes a lot of people to go with their fitness goals unfulfilled. As far as nutrition, and if you do have a gym membership, don't feel stressed because you can only make it there 1 or 2 days a week. I mean, a lot of this stuff, the secrets to this stuff, as previously stated, is not in a magazine. In fact, some of the stuff that's in the magazine is outright false. Just like any other industry, it's trying to get you into spending money. It's trying to get you into this notion that you need X amount of protein, this notion that you need a gym membership, you need to train 5 or 6 days a week, this notion that you have to eat 5 or 6 times a day. And the fact of the matter is, it's just not necessary. You can do those things. I have clients that implement that. I design meal plans and training schedules to accommodate that, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I personally do the OMAD diet, which is kind of trendy nowadays, but I'm 53 years of age, and I started this when I was about 23. I did do this off and on a little bit, but I've been doing it, I got back on it and been on it consistently for the last 5-6 years. So I was introduced to it in 1985 or 86, I believe, in a book called How to Eat to Live, written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. No, I'm not a Muslim. But again, I like information. I love information. I love wisdom and knowledge. That's what the definition of philosophy is, for those who may not necessarily be familiar with exactly what the word means. Philo means love. And Sophie, or Sophia, means wisdom. So one who loves wisdom. So that was not necessarily in alignment with where I'm going, but to some degree it was. So listen, I just don't want you guys to fall into these traps that, like I said, you have to work out at a gym, you have to go 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, you have to lift heavy weights, you have to eat 5 or 6 times a day, you got to get X amount of protein. All that stuff is myths, and some of the stuff that is in there that's not outright false when it comes to what's in the books, the magazines, the YouTube. The fitness industry is just like any other industry. It's a business, and whatever they can sell you to do, they'll have everybody going to get this protein and that protein and buying these dumbbells and this and doing that and whatever they can do. So I don't knock them for that. It's just that when it comes to me and my clients and those that I'm familiar with, the average Joe, basically just walking down the street, I'll drop some nuggets here and there and let a person know, hey man, that's really not necessary. I personally do the overveiw diet, which is only 1 meal a day, and that what works for me. I got a couple. I'd venture to say a few clients who also do the overveiw diet, and I got several who actually do the basic. Just a basic fast every day, so they eat for 5 to 8 hours a day, and then after that they fast. I typically fast for 23 hours a day. 1 day a week I may not eat absolutely anything, and then 1 day a week I may eat throughout that entire day by design. Like I will literally get up and make sure that I eat that entire day. 1 day I may not eat absolutely anything, and then 5 days I'll eat 1 meal a day. So that's how I do it personally. I get incredible results from that. My flexibility is still at an optimum. My cardio strengthening, my strength, you name it. So I don't want you guys to fall into these traps of what they're telling you you should do, what you shouldn't do. When it comes to what works for me, now, please get me right. I don't state anything as the end all be all. I don't state anything imperialistically. It's, hey, listen, this is the path that I've trodden. This is what worked for me. This is what didn't work for me. Here, you try it. There just may be some nuggets in there for you. If not, no harm, no foul. Obviously, everything is not for everybody. So when it comes to the overveiw diet, lifting heavy weights, lifting light weights, exercises, what does this, what does that. I've been around here long enough to know what works and what doesn't work. Major caveat is I do not have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning every day. I get up every day trying to learn. Okay, well, I've been doing this exercise for years. Can it be modified? Is it necessary? And I've tried this and done these type of practices for years and years. So when I tell you guys that, hey, look, this is what you should do when it's something specific, then you should do it, and I guarantee that you will get results. Having said that, there's more than one way to skin a cat. What works for me and what I may be asking you to do, there may be someone telling you to not do it. What he's telling you to do every single day, I'm telling you to never do it, not one day. So all I know is what works for me. What I've tried on myself for approximately 4 decades. I picked up my first set of weights when I was 10. Got real serious about it when I was around 12 or 13, and been lifting weights and researching nutrition and all of these type of things with regards to fitness, the field of fitness and nutrition, for years and years. So I can tell you what works for me, what I've experimented with myself over an extended period of time, what I experimented and seen with various clients over X amount of years. And I became a personal trainer and been doing personal training off and on since I was 18 years of age. So I like to think that even though I don't have all the answers, the ones that I do have are solid, and they can be relied and depended on. So that's kind of giving you guys a crash course of this thing of the notion of you have to do this and you have to do that, and You know, a lot of times they get trendy exercises. They look good. They make you sweat. Your muscles are fatigued, and 6 months later you look exactly the same. So don't fall into that trap either. That's something that you got to be careful of. Get with what works. I use basic bodybuilding moves, basic bodybuilding exercises. I do sports specific training. I have football players, a couple golfers, I have a swimmer, several boxers. So I do sports specific training with those guys. But the template, no matter what their goal is, golfer wants to hit the ball straighter and add distance to it. Well, I've got him doing something that's the template is centered around good old fashioned bodybuilding exercises. And the guy who wants to swim, same thing. I had a kid who was playing soccer, same thing, needed to increase his endurance, his kicking ability, hand and eye coordination, same thing. Different exercises, different application, but all being founded on good old-fashioned bodybuilding movements and bodybuilding exercises, because it's not just for bodybuilders, as you know, it's for anybody who wants to build their body. So I want to encourage you guys to just stay active. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you got to do this and you got to do that. Whether it's your nutrition, whether it's gym membership, and what have you. And look out for the guys who are the Mr. Know-It-Alls. Like I said, I'm 53 years of age. I started this way back when. I picked up my first set of dumbbells when I was 10 years of age. Played basically all the sports, all the physical contact sports that you can name. So I've been around this field of fitness and health and wellness, for a great number of years. I still don't have all the answers. My goal is to continue learning, continue growing, continue researching and studying, so that as the times evolve, I can evolve with them with regards to my knowledge, my understanding, what's good now may not be good in 2030 or even 2025 with the way things are going, and what was good in 1990 is probably no good now. So I'm continuing to grow and continue to evolve, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Some things just simply don't change, though. Some things just simply don't change. So with that regards, it's good old-fashioned nuts and bolts when it comes to my training, when it comes to my nutrition. And I found out a long time ago that you can waste a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy doing what looks good and what sounds good and what you heard and what makes you feel good. But if you're closely monitoring, all those things could be in alignment, or all those things could be in one pot, if you will. Well, man, it looks good, it sounds good, it's fun, I sweat, you ache, and all these different things, but so that causes you to overlook the fact that, guess what, you're really not getting any results. So try the OMAD diet. I got some tips and some information on how you can get ease into that. For those, some people are hardcore. They just want to jump into it. There's a method for that too, because you don't want to jump into it, and the next thing you know, you can jump into the ocean and you can swim for a while, but guess what? You jumped into the ocean. So for those who want to just jump in head first, I got some tricks up my sleeve to help those guys manage jumping in and just going from this all of a sudden just going to eat one meal a day. I got some strategies to help them sustain that for the rest of their life if they want. And I got some strategies for the people who, like most people, prefer to just ease into it. So I think I touched on basically the gist of what I intended to say. Obviously, I'm going to be shooting some workout videos for you guys. So I look forward to doing that for you guys, so you guys can see some of my exercises. So you guys can see I'll be speaking to the camera, telling you guys a little bit more about my philosophy of training, which I'm sure you guys will benefit from. And I want to encourage you guys, hey man, don't sit there, get up, be active. If you don't go to the gym, you don't go to the gym, be active. Don't think that, oh wow, you're 45, you're 65, it's too late. you got back pain. If you got back pain, do what you need to do to be the absolute best you can be, and to apply yourself to strengthen your back whatever way you can. Sometimes it's bending over, tying your shoes. Sometimes that's extending your arm to reach for something on the shelf that you know you probably can't reach. That's my grandson there, guys. So you'll have to pardon that as well. It's okay, grandson. So yeah, that's what I wanted to touch bases with you guys about. Look forward to me shooting some videos, in-home ab exercise. You know, with this coronavirus that they're calling it, COVID-19, whatever the technical term is. I apologize for mispronouncing it. But with that, everybody's basically working out in the confines of their home. I am as well. Few clients that are not, their faith, I'll put it like this, their faith is strong and they continue to train. I'll train with them either here at my place, or I'll go to their place, sometimes on their job. So there's still some people that are outside that are still getting their training in via that way, but for the most part, everyone's in the house. So unless they open the businesses back up, you guys can look forward to me shooting a video, a workout, a training video where I'm actually training myself, and I'll post that on YouTube. And if they do open the businesses back up, you guys can look for me filming in the gym. As you guys know, if you followed me in the past, I'm back new to this, but I am back to be consistent with this. I apologize for the time that I was away, but I thank you for coming in. Remember, everything should be holistic. You don't want to be sleeping longer than you should be, and you fall out of balance. You're sleeping too much when you should be working more. And I don't want you working too much when you should be sleeping more. Everything is a balance, okay? The yin and the yang. Everything has a balance. So take a holistic approach to everything that you do, okay? Keep your mind sharp. Keep your body sharp, and keep your spirit sharp. And this creates the peanut butter and jelly effect, okay? This creates an incredible synergy, and this is the way we as human beings were designed to live. We weren't designed to be out of balance, and one guy is extremely fit and all he does is think negative thoughts and treat people unfairly, and the other person treats people beautifully and wonderfully, but he's out of shape physically. Or the next person is in shape and treats everybody right, but there's still something on the inside of him that has kind of like a big empty hole running through him because he's fallen out of balance in his spirit. So let's keep those things intact. I'm going to wrap it up. And I don't know all of you guys, but I do love all of you guys. And that's as real can get. And always remember, this is my mantra in life. If you're feeling bad, go out and make somebody else feel good, and you'll feel better. I guarantee it. So thanks for watching. You guys holler back. As always, thumbs up, thumbs down. Doesn't matter as long as you're keeping it real. Subscribe, and know that when you pop up on my next video, there's unlimited possibility of topics that could be there waiting for you. If something that you don't vibe with, you disagree with, you never heard of, you think is strange or weird or whatever, fair play to you. Keep right on scrolling till you scroll down till you find one of my videos that does interest you. Either way, stay blessed because you are blessed, and I'll holler back. Peace.